Hey everybody. Let's see. I'm gonna go on here. Come on in the room. You know what? Now see that devotion. It is set up in my spirit. Nene started with devotion today, y'all. And it
Oh,
is, listen,
goodness.
pick up in here.
You crazy girl.
We're gonna talk about this money and be proud about it, baby. It's gonna be shameful. It's gonna be some shameful
It's gonna
conversation,
be
but
shame. It's
hopefully
gonna be some shame.
hopefully it could be some healing. There is going to be some healing at the end of the conversation, some nuggets that y'all could really take back, that
Absolutely.
we all could take back, because I think Nene a little bit more versed than me in this area. I'm learning from
Because I
her
just
system.
went through it. I'm just going through it. That's why.
See, I'm going through. Well, I think I'm consistently going. Listen, baby, I'm always shamed because I don't.
We
Like I told you, I
do.
don't be wanting to spend.
We are consistently going through it. We're gonna let a few people get up in here. Get up in here, y'all. Hey,
Come on
y'all.
in, come
Welcome back
on
to
in. What they
the.
be saying? Come on in,
Come on in. Come on in.
come on in. That is
Come on.
so funny
Oh,
to
in the
me.
room. Come on
Come
in the
on in the
room.
room. That might be our intro.
Oh,
What y'all
Lord.
think? Y'all want to be
We
in on
got.
our devotion?
Hey, Roger. What's up, bro? What's up, bruh? Like the kids be saying. What's up, bro? What's up, Roderick?
Well, I'm gonna say they be trying to say it all hard. What up, bro? Like,
It's true. We're gonna let a few more people get in here because tonight I want y'all to hear this. I've been waiting all week to talk. I've been
tonight is the
preparing.
night. Okay, I quit
I've been
because I've been singing the devotion.
you see me and Nika, we decided to wear our Black History joints tonight. Happy Black History Month, y'all.
We ain't playing though. Tell them
Not planned
we
at
ain't
all.
playing
Happy
though.
Black and I'm
Happy
black,
Black
y'all.
History
And I'm
Month.
black, y'all. And I'm black in the
And
black.
we're
And I'm
gonna
black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all.
Mm.
Y'all don't know
Petty.
nothing about CB4.
Seriously though. Super proud.
Hey, Nalini, Chris Lewis, what's up?
Hey
Join
y'all.
us, y'all. Join us. Yeah, I'm so happy to be here tonight. I couldn't wait, y'all. I'll be so excited. I'll be anxious. Like, it's crazy. I'm getting so used to the podcast because it's so out of my comfort zone. That's the first thing. It's so weird that,
Mm-hmm.
especially the topics we decide to talk about, I get super excited about just sharing with y'all. But this in particular, because this is something that I recently became aware of, money shame. You don't even know it's a thing until you know it's a thing. Me and Nika just got done talking about this. You don't even know
Yeah.
it's a thing until you
When you
know that
talked
it's
about
a
it, and
thing.
I said, I mean, like low key, you go through it when you were a kid and don't even really
Yeah.
know that what the feeling is. But even as an adult, like until we start talking about it, I'm like, oh heck yeah, hell yeah. Like,
Yeah.
yes,
When I
definitely.
tell people my money shame story, every time I tell it, they be like, I think that's showing up in my life. I'm like, it show up in
Mm-hmm.
all our life. We just don't know how to identify it. We really just
Mm-hmm.
don't know how to identify money shame. But it's so important, and it's the thing that move money blocks. Money blocks is a real thing. And money blocks are caused by money shame. And if you cannot identify your money shame, there's no way you're gonna be able to identify your money block. So I
That's
told
blocking
Nika
it.
tonight, like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start off just by telling my money shame story. And if y'all can feel it, and I know a lot of you all will probably relate to it. But last year, that's crazy. At 36, turning 37 years old, I realized that I had money shame. And money shame really is, shame is the feeling of you not feeling something is wrong with you. Like, guilt is different. Guilt is you did something wrong, but
Mm-hmm.
shame
And you
is
feel bad about it.
something is wrong with me. In today's society, we tie money into who we are as a person.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what fuck us up, because money has nothing to do with who we are. you are. But we tie our titles, we tie the money we make, we tie all those things into who we are as people. And because we do
and then think
that,
about from the inside. We're not talking about like who you are or who you present yourself to be to us and to people on the outside, like who you are like on the inside.
Yeah. So last year I realized that I had money shame. Like God brought it to my realization. So I know for everybody, last year was like a learning year. It was a learning curve year. So almost everybody I knew was going through some type of chaos or some type of test, trial, turmoil. Almost every person I knew, including myself. So last year was the worst year I've ever had financially. Like 16 cents in my account for not days, like weeks. Like couldn't move, couldn't go nowhere, couldn't do nothing. My bills was paid though. That's the beauty of it. But any extra was not happening. I would have to cook and watch TV. That's all I could do. And so I'm asking God, like, God, what's going on? Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I'm begging, I'm crying every night because I ain't got no money and I'm still going to work. I'm working. The ends was just not ending. I'm like, they want me. What the fuck? What am I doing? Like, I keep saying I'm doing something wrong. I'm doing something wrong. Like, I'm thinking like, but I'm doing everything right. You know what I'm saying? So it got to a point where something happened with my truck, and that was like the final straw. I'm like dead ass broke. And so that put me in a position to have to ask. Y'all, asking is the hardest thing in the world for me to do. I go without before I ask. And I do that out of shame. It's not because I'm stoic or I feel like I got it all together. I do it out of shame. So I end up having to I needed my truck fixed. Thank God. What'd you say?
I was gonna say because of what we think other people think we should have, or what they gonna say. What's the obstacles you got to go through when you ask? Like I can honestly say I got like 3 people that you can just call them with no question, like just. And so then you have to go through that part, the guilty part of it, of not having when you asking.
But that starts from somewhere. That seed was planted in you somewhere, and you got to figure out where that seed was planted. I know for me, that seed was planted in, like, I remember one time when I was living out here. I moved down here to Houston in 2010. So I've been out here just trying to make it happen. I was out here all by myself. I had my shout out Candy. I had my friend, and she looked out or whatever, but she had her own life going on. So I would call home sometimes, like, hey, not even rent, not even, and I'd be like, Mom, I need this. What are you down there doing with your money? And I'm like, I'm paying bills. But to her, she like, I'm a young kid. I'm down here in Houston. She think I'm just like tricking off. So that would make me feel like something was like, oh, I'm all messed up. I must be doing something wrong. So that's when I got to the point of not asking. So it's like you would really have to go back in your brain and retrain it and forgive yourself for a lot of. It's identity shift when it comes to shame. So I had to act like last summer. I had to ask for my truck. Y'all, that was one of the hardest things I had to do because, like Nika said, it exposed me. It exposed me because I was walking around like, oh, everything good, broke as fuck. You know what I mean? So I got exposed. And it was so weird because the person I'm asking from, they don't give a fuck about helping me. Like, they like, girl, you straight. Like, didn't make me feel I felt more of a way than the person helping me.
But don't it feel good when they could just like, you ain't even gotta You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, but
that
see, that
helped.
helped with shame. Yeah. So that made me realize that I was the problem. It wasn't the people that want to help me. One of my homegirls was telling me, like, don't you know, like, how you show up in people's life? They want to help
Mhm.
you. Like,
Yeah.
you don't really ask for nothing, but you always giving your time, your love, your energy, your wisdom. People
Yeah.
want to help you. And when I tell you that broke
Mhm.
me down because I had so much shame about
You was
needing
missing out
help.
on all those blessings.
I'm missing out on all the blessings, G. All the
Don't I know
blessings.
it? Don't
So
I know it? I definitely done did
once
it.
once that situation happened to me, it opened I was able to identify that I had shame. It was like a
Mhm.
light went off. And it was like, you are tying who you are to the amount of money that you have. So when you have money, you're up here. But when you
Yeah.
don't have money, you put yourself down here. You don't feel worthy.
Mhm.
You don't feel good enough. You don't feel deserving.
Yeah.
And you need to separate those two things. And
Mhm.
that shit like hit me. I was like,
Yeah.
what I've been
Yep.
doing?
No. So now I got it. Remember, we was like, I don't know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Here it is, because you explained that feeling of what it feels like for somebody to be wanting to or whatever. And I don't think that, not to say that when you go through it with like family and close friends that they don't want to, probably with family more so, is they think they're teaching you a lesson. You know, they just want you to be aware and learn how to manage the money better. But then it's like, how you gonna get on me about the money, but you can't really teach me how to manage the money? That's another, that's, put that pin right there. But what I was gonna say is, mine was coming here, moving to Texas. First of all, I got a couple friends that just like I said, they are beyond anything that I could imagine. Like they like, it's nothing. Like, you know how you say like money don't mean nothing. Like it don't really attach. You don't attach yourself to the money. It's what
It's
you're,
just
you know, what you know
energy.
you work.
It's just energy.
Absolutely. So long story short, a friend that I met out here, she invited me and the girls to go and swim with her kids. And immediately, like even pulling into the subdivision for where I'm going, I'm like, oh my God, you know, like, you know how it is. We didn't grow up. The nicest it was at home is, you know, driving into the Mansards or somewhere in Valparaiso. Like it, I can't think of nothing else that really get no better than that. Or if you over in hot, like in Chicago, somewhere in the suburbs. But it was like super nice. And we just having a conversation and we started talking about money, credit, and different things like that. I'm talking about what I want to do with my business and different things like that, but I'm not ready yet. And you know, I'm working on my credit. That was the conversation. And she immediately was like, well, what you need? And I was like, what you mean? You know, and of course my knowledge on credit at the time was super limited. So when she asking me what I need, I'm like, shit, a higher credit score, like so I can get these
Yeah.
business loans and stuff. Like I don't, and that's when she started telling me about putting me on her credit to help boost my credit. Now,
Mm-hmm.
she ain't asking me like, okay, but in order for you to do that, me to do that, you're gonna have to do this, that, and the other. Not only did she do that, she also goes to like take my business idea to the next level. Oh, these are new homes out here. Like, there's no childcare here. Like, you can come right here. Like she was so ready. And in that
Mm-hmm.
moment, I was like, oh my God, like why? Like, why does she want to do this for me? I ain't really never had nobody that just want to come and like
And
pour
build
into me
you
like
up
that. Mind you, I don't
with
have nothing
nothing.
in my mind. I don't have nothing that I could give her in trade or to feel like it's fair or it's okay. But
Yeah.
like even over the
And look,
years,
that's another thing we do. We think when
yeah,
people
you
do
feel like you
something
got to
for
be able to
us,
give them something back.
we have to reciprocate that and not just knowing
Yeah,
like people just doing that from their heart. They not doing
yeah,
that to
yeah.
receive
Or and they
something
doing it
back.
because they they've grown to have
They
some type of
genuinely want to
love
see you do well.
win because
It's
they got some
people
type
in
of love
like
for you.
it's people
Yeah.
in this world that genuinely just want the best for you.
Yeah.
It's people, it's millionaires in this world that genuinely just want to help other people become millionaires. It's
Yeah.
it's people like me who genuinely, I own a business. I genuinely want every business.
Other
I don't,
people
even
that
if
do it.
I go to a new restaurant here in Houston, I pray with them people like, let me say a prayer for you. Like, this is awesome. You open this restaurant. I want it to be prosperous. I genuinely want the best for, it's just people who
Yeah.
genuinely want the best for you.
Yeah. And that's why
Yeah,
we ain't
that's
got
what
no
it
reason to be
is.
sitting around here shame, because with that type of energy and that type of love that you just can randomly go around and show people, whether they strangers or somebody you know, like that's a great thing in itself. And that's why money will come to you. That's why people will come and want to pour into your life and encourage you in an area where you couldn't even
You
see,
just being
you
you.
know. Yeah, listen, I'm
Yeah.
not even gonna lie. Weeks ago, we were talking about like have your business plan ready to go, this, that, and the other. That was one of those moments for me. Like, girl, like
Yeah.
she is, they ready. She's ready. She's telling you where you can go. She know the builders, she know the people. I ain't had crap. I ain't had crap.
Yeah.
I couldn't even really accept the offer because at that point
Because
I'm
you
like, girl, you gonna
wasn't,
get out here like a fool.
but you not, see, that's the thing. Like, money, having money shame. This is a thing with money shame. Money shame, and it has to everything to do with shifting your identity. You felt like she was gonna look like a fool because you was not ready. You was not operating in your main character energy to even
Right.
receive what she had to offer you. That's really all it
Mm-hmm.
is, because you were still
Mm-hmm.
living in shame. And when we live
Mm-hmm.
in shame, that's what it do. We make something wrong with us. So we don't feel
Mm-hmm.
deserving. We don't feel worthy. We don't feel like we can
Mm-hmm.
do it. We don't feel like we just don't feel good enough. And when
Mm-hmm.
we tie finances to it, things will never get done. Because if
They
we
won't,
wait till
yeah,
we
it
have
won't get
them,
better. It won't
it
come.
won't. Because you can, that's just like, I love, it's this guy, he talk about the law of attraction, Napoleon Hill. He got a book called Outwitting the Devil. Read that book, first of all. Everybody on here,
What's the name
read
of
that
it?
book, Outwitting the Devil. But in that book,
Okay.
it was a man who was homeless. That man was a he ended up being a millionaire restaurateur, a man who owned restaurants. Napoleon
Okay.
Hill said, "When did you know you were a millionaire?" He said, "When I was sleeping on the park bench." Like,
Mm.
that's the energy and attitude. Like, he was in, even sleeping on the park bench, he was able to operate in his main character energy. Because I
Mhm.
promise you, once you shift your identity, it do not take a
Yeah,
long time.
you got to change that mindset though.
Exactly. That's shifting it. That the mindset is your identity. That's what it is.
Mhm.
When you
Because like we
have
were saying
shame
from a kid, you don't realize it's getting planted. It's getting what
in
put
you, the
in you
seeds
from a
plant,
kid.
and then seeds grow roots. So then look,
Mhm.
after I realized I had money shame, y'all, after I realized that I was operating in shame and that created money blocks in my life, guess what God showed me? Shame was showing up everywhere in my life. Shame was showing
Mm.
up in how I looked. Shame was showing up in the car I drive, in the house I live, the clothes I had, everything around me. I felt like something was wrong with me because
Mm.
I didn't even realize that I had allowed, you know how it's a scripture in the Bible that said, if you don't get a devil a foothold, that's the foothold. When you allow yourself to have a thought, and a thought is just something a belief is just something we keep thinking. So when you allow yourself to keep having that same belief about yourself, you're not good enough,
Mhm.
you don't have enough money, you don't have enough this, you don't have the time, the talent, you're not brave enough. When you allow yourself to keep thinking these thoughts over and over, they become who you are, like Nika said earlier.
Yeah,
And then,
absolutely.
it takes you, an identity shift is needed in order to produce and process m- m- massive amount of income. You have to shift
Hmm.
your identity. You have
Yeah.
to shift your your identity. You have to.
And you got to go
There's
to the
no
root
way.
of the problem. You got to go to the childhood. You got to break those generational curses and sayings. I was telling
Yeah.
Nene, like, I even have to catch myself, like, having kids now, like, so quick to say, we don't have it. Like, and it's not that, and now that I have more financial education, I don't have to just say we don't have it. I can explain, and I should, the idea of what I mean when I say we don't have it. Like, not that
now
we don't
is
have
not a good time. Instead of
now is not a good
we don't
time
have it, because you always have it, because it's always available
right now. But not that, what you say, our mom, would you say, y'all think money grow on trees and we ain't got
Let's
enough
find
for that.
something else to do.
Or worry about, or going to school with your peers. Like, we were the harshest individuals to one another. Like, kids are cruel, man, and they learn it from adults. But like, being in school and not being able to get the new Jordan drop, you know what I'm saying? And wanting that created shame. Like, because you want it. That's what everybody's doing, and that's what. Or you get older and everybody driving this type of car. Like, hello, like Tesla. When it came,
you don't have a car. You don't even have a car. Right. That created shame for me. I did not get my first car.
It became a trend. A lot of people wanted it, and there was a lot of people that couldn't get it.
Yeah, like growing up, because Ronnie messed everything up for me. I remember my mama bought him a car. He wrecked it in like 3 or 4 weeks. Remember the tuna can?
Now he messed it up. Oh, Ronnie, we can call you out.
Remember the tuna can? Remember him and Ben got that accident? We were so nervous. Yes. Remember that car flipped over? Right there, yeah. But when that happened, my mom was like, that you on your own. So that created shame. Then I wasn't able to go out and get my own car. So that created shame. So many things create shame. So that's why it's important. Like, what's your money story is a good, you need to write it out. Like, you need to write out where it started, how you think about money. What do you think? I remember one time God gave me a vision about money, and it was so weird. It was a brick wall. Why a brick wall? I don't know. And I'm trying, and it was money on top of this brick wall, y'all. I'm trying to climb the brick wall to get to the money, but God was showing me that's what it looks like in my life. I'm struggling. It was that one time. I remember one time.
That's why it was a brick wall.
That's why it was a brick wall.
You're going to keep running to that same brick wall, trying to make that money your focus.
Exactly. Until I remember, this was like a while ago. So at one point, I was working 4 jobs. Productivity does not equal progress. I was not progressing at all. I was working 3 jobs, and I had a business. At that time, that's when I was doing event planning. So I was teaching, I was subbing at the school. I was working at a smoothie shop. I was working on weekends, and I was doing after school program. 4 jobs. I had no off days, broke as fuck, because my energy, when you spread your energy all over the place like that, you can't focus. Your energy can't get no momentum because it's no focus. And let me tell you what happened. I said, okay, God, I'm going to have to trust you and because I'm stressed. I'm wore out thin. I have no more energy to give. I quit all those jobs. I stopped event planning, and I just worked at the school. That was my gift. One of my gifts is to work with children. See, when you operate in your gifts will make room for you, and you won't have to worry about money. The money
be falling out the sky when you in your gift. You don't even have to think about it. I promise you, be getting phone calls.
When you operate in your
direct deposits.
So let me hit you with this. I decided to focus on the kids and the kids only. This year, I was that year, my principal asked me to be a dedicated sub in the special needs classroom. I had never worked with special needs kids, not directly.
Mm-hmm.
When I said I had to quit all them jobs because this will require all my focus, that's why I would learn the most patience I ever learned in my whole. God will set you up. When you operate in your gift, God is going to set you up for success. Period. I
Yeah.
quit that. I quit all them jobs. I started focusing on my kids. Maybe like a month, maybe 6 weeks later, my principal said, "Hey, I made you the dedicated sub. I want to give you dedicated sub pay." He said, "No, but I don't want to give you dedicated sub pay." I'm looking at this motherfucker like, what? I'm thinking like, what's going on? You know how schools be, the budget be fucked up at the school. So
Right.
yeah,
And he's
he
talking
said,
about giving you some
no,
money more than what you.
because people see you before you even see yourself. This motherfucker said, "Miss Williams, you worth more than dedicated sub pay." Dedicated sub pay was like $16. He said,
Mm-hmm.
"I have a degree to teach." He said, "You're a teacher, so I can pay you as an hourly teacher." I said,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, okay. What we looking at?" He said, "I can give you close to $27 an hour in 6 weeks because I focused my energy. I stopped having a scarcity mentality. That's what we have. That's what it's called. A scared that feeling that it's not enough. That's called scarcity.
Mm-hmm.
You scared that it's gonna disappear, so you hold on to
Yeah.
it. But when your hands clench, what
Because
can
that's
you
my
you can't
thing.
receive nothing.
You get
When your
nothing with
hands
your hands.
clench, you can't receive nothing. So that's a
Mm-hmm.
scarcity mentality. We got to get away from that scarcity mentality. And like Nika keeps
Mm-hmm.
saying, your mindset has to shift in order
Yeah.
for these things to happen. So
Yeah.
boom, that happened. I started operating in my gift. 6 weeks later, I went from making $14 to almost $28 an hour. The next
That's how
school
what's the
year,
name was
I
though.
was
Go
a
ahead.
salaried employee because God made room for my gift. And I was able to lead a classroom. I became a counselor. I was a
Hmm.
salary employee just like that because I started operating in my gift. And not only that, I was still with the kids, which is something I love to do, and I love to help people. So, two things, God blessed me with two things, but that's because
Hmm.
I stopped operating in the scarcity
Yeah.
mentality and I start allowing the wealth to come to me. But
Yeah.
still having money shame, not knowing, but little by little, God teaching me. Because God will only give
Yeah.
you what you're ready for. A lot of times we don't be ready to receive, we don't be ready to hear it, we don't be ready to listen, so He not gonna give it
For
to us.
real. Yeah.
He
But
not
see,
gonna give it to us.
that's how mine was with the operating in your gift. And I didn't even realize. I mean, I knew that's what my passion and my gift was, but I didn't realize what I was preparing myself for. And it took for me to go through, I was in school,
Mm-hmm.
in my sort of like my last year, I think. And again, moving here, those transitions gonna do it every time for you, baby. But you gotta just
Ooh.
stay strong. But just came here, things started moving fast. I had a plan that okay, I'm not gonna work at first because in my mind things were different financially than what I knew. And so I can afford to do that. Trust. I will work two jobs if I have to. But when you
Mm-hmm.
operating in partnerships, you got to do certain things together. So long
Right.
story short, it came to a situation where I had to get a job and I had to get a job now. And when I tell you everything that could be shameful, it's like it happened all at one time. From not having to go to work to now I got to go find a job. Not only do I got to find a job, I got to find somebody to help me pay these bills because these bills got to be paid.
Absolutely.
Shameful, didn't know who to call, didn't want to call no family members. That's why I be so proud to tell people now, like, I can't be ashamed because I wouldn't have learned about no Catholic charities and nothing else and nobody else that can help me. You know what I'm saying? And so now I can help
Mm-hmm.
other people. But that pushed me right into where God wanted me to be. And it was like, you thought you
Absolutely.
wasn't gonna come here to work, but you need to be working because I got something on the other side for you. So it pushed me to go to a job, which I was going all over Texas looking for a job. Like I'm gonna get in the classroom. That'll make me a couple of dollars. That's enough to help out on my end. And then I can still focus on school. It'll give me classroom management. Boom, that's perfect. And then I I'm looking all over Texas only for the very school that I ended up working at ended up being like in walking distance in the parking lot.
Right.
Literally, it wasn't even finished being built. I was standing on my patio one day and I'm looking at a playground and I'm like, well, Lord, I wonder what that's going to be. Like, you know, kind of tricking myself. And, you know, I stayed doing that because I ain't going to lie. When God show up, he show up and it really be unbelievable. And I
let
was
me
standing
tell
there
you when you know it's God, when it go like this.
And it, okay, please. Oh, okay. So from that moment, I walk over there. I look on the door. It's a child care center. It ain't even open yet. It ain't even no real professional way. It's a little sign with the lady number to reach out to come, you know, work. I get the interview. I get the job. So then they like, but now I'm thinking like, oh God, you know, I still got bills coming. It's not open yet. God said, oh baby, wait, they got training. They gonna send you over here to this school in the meantime. Right. So I went to the other school and I'm training and getting, you know, whatever I need to go over there. So then long story short, we're able to go over to the new school, the one that's right in my parking lot. I'm literally able to walk to get my kids, walk to go to work and everything else. God, in my passion, had to go through shame.
Operating your gift.
And operating my gift for sure. And so we get to the classrooms, they empty. It's a brand new school, so there's no enrollment. And like three months, and that might be a push, I got a full class where I have filled preschool and pre-K in this brand new building, right? We got a wait list in those two classrooms. So fast forward, like maybe like 6 months later, I'm talking to my assistant manager, and she's telling me that it's an assistant, a program assistant or something. No, it's not a program, an assistant preschool manager position coming in. It's like an assistant director type of deal. And I'm looking at her because I'm just here with these little $13 an hour trying to get my classroom experience. So I'm just sitting in a conversation because we was cool like that. And she's like, after she summed it up, she like, I think you should apply for it. And I'm like, me? Like, why you say that? Like, what? And she started telling me,
like, not thinking we good enough. That's that fucking shame.
And she like, yeah, if you apply for it, like I got your back. I'll put in a good word for you or whatever. But I think you can. So she had to break it down to me like, we don't have no space for pre-K or preschool because of you. Like, and so she told me what the job requirements was. And I'm like, oh, okay, baby, sign me up. Like, we out here. Yeah. So I end up transferring back to the school where I did my training. So now I'm there as their assistant manager. I'm gonna make this story short. I get there. I'm not even there 9 months. I'm not there 9 months. So now I'm at this job for about a year and a half total. And the director there is getting ready to transition out unbeknownst to me. Okay. She's not well. She is talking. She's crying in her office every day. I'm like, oh my God, he putting me in some real like conflict resolution situations with the staff and her. And a couple of months later, they're like, okay, she going on leave for a while. First, they played with me a little bit. They're gonna put out some job positions for interim director, but until then, you can be the interim director. And I'm like, okay, I'm not offended, y'all, because I know nothing about the interim director. What is that? What you mean? Like, so what do I really have to do? I did know this though, that it was going to change my pay. So understand, from the classroom going to the preschool manager position, that was probably a triple in my income in like 8 to 9 months, if that. Then when I got over there to the school and I'm actually being an interim director, it go up again because I get to get that pay as director because I'm a director for now. Long story short, I end up being a director. The whole thing took less than 2 years. The whole time though, in my mind, I'm preparing to get myself out of college. I'm a graduate college and I'm going to get this classroom management skill because ultimately I want my own school. And I kept saying that I want my own school. I want my own school. Yeah. I want my own school. And it took my
years for you to get the on the job training. That'd be the thing.
You put me dead in the classroom.
Every role. And that'd be the thing. You be wondering why I'm doing this, why I'm doing that. Because you saying you want this role. You gotta be in the classroom. You gotta be the manager. You gotta be the cook.
Things like that. The money just
start flowing.
I had no worries, none, like at all. Like fine, it's all good. So
Yeah, but
definitely
that's why it's
operating
important to
your gift
operate.
and know
You
your
gotta
worth.
operate your gift. You gotta know. Then that's the thing. Worth is not something you know. It's something you have to learn. It's something you have to learn about yourself. Just from growing up in certain environments, worth it has to be learned. Like it's people along the way that's gonna teach you it. That's gonna
Say
plant
that the
seeds
people
in
around
you.
you gonna show you.
Yeah, it's people around along the way that's gonna show you. And your biggest indicator is when you got a motherfucking hater. I need to put that on the shirt, man. Your biggest indicator is when you got a motherfucking hater because you're doing something right.
That was the most fulfilling moment, but the most stressful. Talking about haters, because y'all got to remember, when I went over there to the school I ended up being director at, I came over there as a preschool classroom teacher trainee.
Motherfucking head. You jumped
as
over
a trainee. So when I first walked back in the door as their preschool manager, they didn't even know, because again, that manager was kind of fragile. She didn't even have it in her to say, hey, we're about to go through a change. So they didn't know. So I come up and a lot of the same people there, and I'm saying hi, and I'm going to the classrooms and I'm checking people out. And they literally thought I was visiting. The moment they knew that I was their boss, all hell broke loose. So many. It was like 3 people within a month that quit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mind you, some of these people, one of them had been there like 7 or 8 years.
That's crazy.
And when I was there working with her, she acted like she was crazy about me. She acted like she loved me so much. Oh my God, I get to work. But I found out what it is. I made her job easy because I'm passionate. So I'm not even really at work. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And so you know how I am. And it's like, oh, wait a minute. She about to be our boss? Because she really like kids. And she really she really concerned about education. She really finna make me do a job I really ain't never been doing.
Right. Yeah. But yeah. That's what it be. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, that money, Shane, it'll grab hold of you. That's one thing I'm so grateful to God that he gave me the realization. And it's the thing, like, I'm like this. I'm constantly always in learning mode. I'm teachable. So I'm always in learning mode. I always, especially about myself. I love learning things about. I never want to say, I'm going to spend the most time in life with myself. You understand? We all, the longest relationship we ever gonna have in life is with ourselves. So it's very important that you're not on autopilot. It's very important that you in tune with your star player, which is you. I'm in tune with my star player. So it's important for me to always be learning, growing, and elevating. I love progression. I love elevating. I love to see progression in other people. So when Money Shane was revealed to me, when God was showing me that I was tired who I was.
Sorry.
I couldn't say it again.
No, I was just saying, like, I've never really let a position or a title on a job really intimidate me. And even when I was younger, I wasn't doing it on purpose. I wasn't even trying to go like after a job or a position. I just like to learn, like you said. And I know this is something that's going to make me better. It's going to make me grow. And so I always found myself like all in the boss's office, all in the, you know what I'm saying? Hi, when the district managers come, every job I've had, like, and that's what you want to see. But a lot of people on jobs will think about it. Like when your big bosses come, the immediate thing for the staff is like fear. And most jobs, me too. I'd be like, where they at? What's their name again? Let me make sure I can greet them.
I stay ready.
I'm shaking hands.
I never have to get ready. I stay ready. Yeah. I be on my shit.
Yeah, I'm not about to like for what? Like they just another person. Like, you know, it's just a title. Like, okay, they're the district manager. And I'm doing my job. So, you know, you operating in good and you doing what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to always set yourself up for greatness. You're supposed to always want to know who to trying to get close to the president, whoever that is. Yeah, I want to meet the CEO. Yeah, I'm going to that meeting. Yeah, I want to talk to them. Absolutely.
Yeah, because you always
Don't
want
be
to grow.
ashamed.
So it was super. I was super ecstatic that I was able to disassociate finance from who I was, because those two things have nothing to do with each other. And it helped me remove the money blocks. So once I found out that money shame, not just money shame, because seeds plant in you and they grow roots. So shame was showing up, like I said earlier, in so many different aspects in my life. So the one thing I love to do once I learn something new about myself, good or bad, I tell somebody I trust. I go to somebody and I say, hey, I had this revelation about myself, because you got to be able to say it out loud so it can become real. Your ears have to hear it. So I said, hey, I had this revelation about myself. And I tell somebody I trust, a trusted friend with a good heart. I tell them. And then once I tell them, I'm able to tell my story. I've been telling this money shame story ever since I had the revelation. And every single time I tell it, people be like, I think that's showing up in my life. I'll be like, it probably
Yeah, I was gonna
is.
say, how many people have you helped to see that that's what it is, and now they trying to, baby? Because when you told me, I was like, oh, that's been me my whole life.
And we don't even know it. We just there. We just trying to figure it out. So now I have such a because money is an energy, just like anything else. I have such a beautiful relationship with money. It feels so, money got to feel comfortable with you. It's not going to come to you unless it feel comfortable with you. Money feel comfortable with me because money know I'm going to take care of it. Money
know
I'm
what you
grow
said. God ain't going to send it to you if he know you're not going to manage it well, or you don't know what to do with it. It go back to those goals and vision boards and all of that. Like, you can't handle, if you can't manage $1,000 every 2 weeks, why would I afford you a $10,000 a month income? Or if it, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. We're gonna have to start, we gotta make it make sense.
Right. It can happen. You just got to be willing to manage it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like that's the beauty of shifting your identity. Like operating, I call it operating in your main character energy. I love that shit. Like that's knowing that money is an energy. When you call it, it will come. However much of it you want, you can have. But that's only going to happen if that's a belief in your mind. Not even a belief. Fuck belief. Because beliefs change. A belief is a thought you just keep thinking. You got to know it. You have to know that shit can happen. You have to know that you can be a millionaire. You don't even have to have all the details of how you're going to do it. If you just take one step, if you take, listen, I started T-Rodica. My sister made this print, but I made the shirt. I started a t-shirt company because I knew I could. Within the first hour of me launching that fucking website, I sold a shirt. That was a number one indicator to me that T-Rodica is going to be a multi-million-dollar company. I said that then. I sold one product. To this day, I still, every time I talk about T-Rodica is a multi-million-dollar brand. And y'all better get them now because the price going up. You feel me on that? And that's another thing we do. We downplay ourselves. We don't charge what we should charge because we count other motherfuckers' pockets. You motherfuckers got to get some more money. Fuck that, I'm gonna charge what I'm gonna charge.
Oh, it's not even that they have to have more money because they have it. Because if you could buy Balenciaga and Gucci,
the cut exactly. The customer gonna come to me. They got it. If you could buy Gucci, Louis Gucci Prada.
Baby, you can get this T-Rodica. Oh, that kind of match. Go, wait, say it again. Come on, see. Baby, if you got Gucci, Louis, Prada, you can get this T-Rodica. That part. You can. It's about the customers that you
can get
attract,
this
though, because there's some people that's out here with some real, raw, authentic talent.
Exactly.
And they play themselves, and y'all got to know it's a certain type of customer that everybody don't want the plug. It's a certain type of customer that if you plug in too hard, they don't want the product. People want to pay
you
you
for
probably
your talent.
don't know what you're doing.
People want to pay you for your creativity. Yes, people want to pay you for those things. But we downplay ourselves so much. We want to give everybody the hookup. I was talking to my homegirl. She said, she was telling me how much she made for the year. She said, I would have made more, but I lost like $6,000 giving hookups. I said that be our motherfucking problem, because
right there
we're catering to a scarcity mentality. No, when people say this my price, I pay that price. I don't let people play with me.
Even when they try to give me, even when they try to give me like a discount, or like even if they force the discount, because I don't fool with the people that force it. So that now I'm about to tip big, because either way it go, you're gonna get this money, because I respect and I support what you're
Stop
doing.
playing yourself. I'm not gonna I used to do myself like that. I'm not finna let nobody downplay themselves. Because we set the tone for our business. We if you think, okay, you selling stuff, you think your shit worth $15, sell it for $15. I think I got a multi-million-dollar company. I think that about myself. So I'm gonna sell my shit for what I think it's worth. That's what I'm gonna do.
And I'm not even trying to be funny, because I love Ye, but I mean, he popping out $20 t-shirts right now if y'all go to ye.com, but just a few months ago, just last year, them same t-shirts and stuff was $200. And so my thing is, if he had the nerve and the audacity, why can't you have, why not you?
And guess what?
He was selling that shit out. I don't even know who that is. The Milano girl.
Huh?
The Milano de Rouge that a lot of people wear, like it's a big trending t-shirt, and that's what most of her stuff just say, the young lady. Like, I don't know if she got a pass, and maybe she was somebody big before she put that out, but like she did it. Like they walk and breathe and eat and sleep just like us.
People not buying the product. This is the thing. People don't buy your product. People buy your passion. That's the thing. People buy your passion. Like Super Scent. Way before she came out with Crayon Case. Right. It was her personality. But that's what she was passionate about, just putting herself out there. She was our internet sis. You know what I'm saying? She was, we just knew her story. She was funny. So when it came to her selling stuff, bitch, we fuck with you because you're cool as fuck. You letting us into your life. You being vulnerable. You being open. And that's what people really fuck with.
She a true MCOG. She offers straight free game. Like she never what's the word? Gatekeeping or whatever. She never kept it to herself. She always shared. That's why I mess with her.
Because that's gatekeeping is a scarcity mentality. All of that shit is scarcity. I'm gonna keep this from you because it's not enough. And the thing is, it's enough out here for everybody. Everybody can get something.
Back to that.
It's not the market not oversaturated. You know why?
It's not.
Because it's not true.
We know that.
You know, it's we need whatever you're trying to do, you need to do it. And you don't even have to do
nothing oversaturated.
Then you could be scared, but you could be brave. I do a lot of shit. I be scared as fuck, but I'm brave. Y'all ain't gonna never know I'm scared because I'm brave. That's just being brave. You doing something that scares you, but you brave. This podcast, telling this money story, that's vulnerability, but I'm brave. You gotta be brave, because I know money shame is something that all of us deal with, and we all need to break free from it so we can let go of these money blocks. You see what I'm saying? Like, man, this should keep you. It's so many people out here who got awesome ideas and stuff that they want to do. You know how many businesses I didn't start it? I started party playing. I said, oh shit, I could do kid parties. I fucked them kid parties.
Like, why
up.
not?
Grandmamas was hugging me,
that's
crying.
Where I'm at now in my life. I'm at a why not
party. Beautiful. Thank you. And that's what I'm saying. You just gotta operate, but you gotta operate your gift. And that's the identity shift. You gotta find out who you are, what you like, and what you about, so you can operate in your gifts. Your gifts is a thing that's
definitely
gonna
where
make
I
room
am.
for you. Your gifts is a thing that's gonna open doors for you, but you got to know
Yes.
what that gift is, and that take you shifting your identity. We got to get out this scarcity mentality. We got to
Yeah.
stop
Stop being
fucking with that
ashamed
low
of who you are.
self-esteem. Stop
Stop
feeling
being
worthless.
ashamed of how
Stop
you
waiting for
sound.
other people. Stop waiting for other people to tell you who the fuck you are. You better find out for yourself. When I say I'm that
Yeah.
nigga, y'all feel that shit when I say it, because I know I'm that nigga. Nobody had to tell
Okay,
me that.
girl.
That's something I had to learn and find out
You gotta
on
know
my
it in
own.
yourself. No, for
Whew.
sure.
You have to get that
Yeah.
out.
No, I was just gonna say that though. Like, don't be ashamed of your voice. It's some people you went ether. We need to be in the studio tonight after this. The studio session, because you ready. But listen, you done dropped some heavy bars this session. We're gonna go back and play this. But no, I was saying, like, it's so many people that want to do a podcast or want to do this, like, but they shame how their voice sound. I don't like how I sound when I hear myself. I don't like to see myself on camera. The camera make me look bigger and da 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 da. Because that's me all day long. Like this, like you ain't lying. I've done a little bit of this before a while back or whatever, but I am my biggest critic, and I am really hard on myself.
Because you're so focused on what's fucked up about you. That's what we do. We look at ourselves and all we can focus, because we live in shame. So we focus on what's fucked up about us. We look at the bump on our face, the motherfucking mole, the blackhead, to this, to that. My arms, my back, my stuff. Man, fuck all that shit. You better get out here operating your main character energy and start getting shit done. Because let me tell you something. We get one motherfucking ride. It's one ticket to this motherfucking ride. And everybody got to punch that motherfucking clock. So you better get to it, because life too short. It's no time to waste. And it's the thing. You don't even have to do big shit. Every day I plan my day. I do a little bit of shit every day. I might work on a shirt. That's my contribution to myself, to my creativity. I might just plan out the day. None of the plans might not go through. No plan might not go through. But I made a commitment to plan out my day. That's my contribution to myself. But see, we don't look at shit like that. We be like, oh,
and don't be discouraged when the day don't go exactly as planned. Thank God you got another day to get up and add those bullets you didn't get to the next day, or that one thing that didn't go right on Tuesday, try it again Wednesday. Like, don't let it discourage you from now I'm not gonna write nothing down and be organized. Man, that shit don't work. They always like, don't allow your brain to operate like that. Like each and every day.
You gotta
not even each and every day. I learned it from Chanel. Each and every moment. It ain't even about the day. Like, just like your mind can change just like that. Change that energy and go about your day. You don't have to start over tomorrow. You can start over right now.
Absolutely. It be your self-talk. That's the thing. Like your self-talk is the way you speak to yourself. Like I said earlier in today's podcast, you are going to have the longest. You could be married, you could have kids, whatever. You're going to have you spend the most amount of time with yourself. You better learn to enjoy your motherfucking company. You better learn to love every piece and part. And we talked about this on self-love. Self-love is learning to love the good, the bad, the ugly. Because guess what?
Self-love is allowing yourself to see that shame.
You're not going to be able to get rid of your emotion. You're not you're gonna feel shame. Even if you heal shame, I still feel shame, but I know how to manage it. Like I told Nick earlier, I have anxiety, but I know how to manage. You wouldn't even know I had anxiety because I've become such a good manager of it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's everything
without no medicine.
Without
no medicine, because I definitely didn't do mine with medicine.
I don't fuck with no medication.
And mine was horrible. Mine was horrible. So hear me now. If you're a person that suffer from severe anxiety, you do not have to take no medicine, baby. It's a head and a heart.
You got to be able. It's a mind thing.
It's a mind and a heart.
Starts in your mind. So you definitely have to watch what you're saying to yourself. You definitely have to do shame resilience. That's bouncing back from shame, bouncing back from guilt, bouncing back from humiliation. You got to be resilient. That's what that means. Because not saying like, oh, I'm healed from shame, everything good. Fuck no, shit no. I still
don't come again. You're gonna go through another
Exactly.
situation and it's gonna show up again.
I still go through stuff where I have to work through my shame. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, I'm working through it. I'm not sitting in it. You got to work through shit. We sit in it. We play stuff over and over again in our mind. What is that doing for you? Besides putting yourself
coming up with
in,
the new plan how you gonna move forward.
In constant turmoil. Why would you put yourself in constant pain when you can feel fucking amazing? Every day I wake up, I find something to be grateful for, down to fucking being able to put my feet on the floor. It's people that can't even do that. It's people that don't even have legs. You think I'm finna complain? Like even last year, it was so many people that dropped so many jewels in my life when I was going through my money shame. When I wasn't even going through it. I was coming out of it. I had a friend, shout out Richard. I fuck with Richard. He wanted me to come to Dallas so bad. I said, Richard, I got 16 cents to my name right now. I can't do shit. He said, bitch, you know why you got 16 cents?
No, money shame for real. Because every time you tell the story, I be like, you know, go ahead. Because I was
hold on. He said, you know why you got 16 cents? I said, why? He said, because you're a responsible fucking adult. He said, are your lights on right now? I said, yes. He said, look in your driveway. Do you got a fucking car? I said, yes. Are you living in somewhere? You got somewhere to sleep tonight? I said, yeah. He said, that's why the fuck you got 16 cents. And you over here beating yourself up because you're doing what you're supposed to do. He said, fuck that extra shit. That shit, you need people like that in your life. When I tell you that shit set me free, I was like, damn, he right. I'm not, what am I doing? I'm not drinking and drugging and partying. Yeah. And I said,
somebody that ain't.
Exactly. So I had to start that set in motion, me looking at every single thing I had, down to the fucking shoe, down to anything, down to when I go to work and them kids love on me. I was grateful for everything that crossed my life. Even the turmoil, because that shit taught me how to be grateful. We be thinking, and that's how we got to look at everything. Because let me tell you something. That shit, Outwitting the Devil, that book I told you about earlier. When something bad happened in your life, an equal seed of good is also planted with that shit. But you got to go and find that shit. If you sit and wallow and be like, oh, my life, nah, fuck that. You got to get up. You got to keep going. You got to find the reason to keep going. Find something that you learn, because everything got a purpose. Pain has a purpose. Pain show you two things. It gets you to something better, and it show you so you won't go back to where you was.
Right.
Ooh, that shit show you. You remember what that shit felt like. I remember coming to Houston, homeless like a motherfucker, living out of a suitcase, sleeping on the floor for 3 fucking months. I didn't give a fuck. I just knew I couldn't go back to Gary because I was doing
Baby, it ain't been back.
I knew I couldn't go. Shout out, love Gary. I fuck with the G. I don't even be like I'm from the H. I say I'm from
brag about you.
Live in the H.
That's always my brag about you, because we left home. You left home. We was babies. Like you really left and did not come back. Like that's a big move. You know, most people come back. Hell, I ain't go too far, but you see, I went
through all of that. I had to be homeless. People don't know that. People don't know I was homeless like a motherfucker. And then when I got an apartment, I ain't had shit in it. Me and my nigga slept on the floor. What the fuck? For months. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck because I was so focused on bettering myself. Sometimes you have to be removed from where you are so that you can become better, because you can't just be looking at where you are. You got to see some shit that intimidates you. I put myself in intimidated situations so that I can grow. So that you have to. I put myself around millionaires so that I can grow. I put myself around business people so that I can grow. Do I be intimidated sometimes? Hell yeah. But do I know that's going to be me one day? Hell the fuck yeah. But that's what you got to do. You got to make yourself uncomfortable so that you can grow, so that you can align with your star player energy, with your main character energy. That person that we see in our heads, we can really become that. But you got to.
You already are that.
Come on. You got to get rid of the shame, the doubt. You got to start operating in your main character energy every day.
Yeah.
Every day
God
I
wouldn't
get up.
allow you to see it. He don't allow you to see these things if that's not already who you are. If he designed us to
Come
be
on.
here, and he put you here for a reason.
Absolutely.
And then as you growing up and you going through life, you keep seeing all these different visions of yourself, and then you know it's your passion, and you know what you're supposed to do, because every time you have the vision, it's the same type of vision, or it's an extension of that last vision that I was having for years ago, and now it's a new piece of it. Oh, that must go with that. That is God, and he's showing you that this is what you're supposed to be doing. Now I need you to tap into me and trust me so that I can help get you there. And sometimes it's going to come with trials and tribulations. So,
absolutely.
And you got to be able to go through
absolutely.
that.
And that's the thing. Absolutely. And that's the thing. God, when God give us the vision, God show us the finished product. And you know, this is what we do. This is why we fuck up. God give us the vision and show us the finished product. We fuck up because we be like, okay, well, how I'm gonna get that? Okay, I'm gonna go over here and do this. I'm gonna go over here and do this instead of just you. It don't
trying
take,
to do God's job.
You don't have to do something big. Exactly. You just do your part. Everybody got a part to play. You play your part. Director. Every day I'd be like, okay, what's the part? What's the part I'm supposed to play today? Oh, I'm supposed to work on some new shirts. Okay, let me work on some new shirts. Oh, I'm supposed to work on that thing that they don't know that's coming out yet. Okay, let me work on that thing I know that's coming out. Oh, I'm supposed to better myself and read some books. Okay, let me go ahead and read some books.
Well, that's why you got to get up in the morning and do what you call, and you said it earlier, and you were saying it doesn't take a lot, and you was like, but it's, you know, it could be small things. That's a big thing. We think it's a small thing because it don't take a lot of time. So I knew what you were trying to say. This is something, it don't take no time to organize your day and get your thoughts ready for the day. But in order for you to be able to have that type of productivity and to be able to even hear and see clearly, you already got to be one accord with God. You got to already be and ask him to guide your day and open up your mind so that you can see. And Lord, what do you want me? And your true, what he wants you to do. And now we get back connection. They're trying to tell us it's time to go because we over an hour, and that's okay.
We are.
Then we said we was gonna do this. It is small business. Tell them about them. I ain't got the nails, but they got.
Oh, small business buzz. Small business buzz today, y'all, is my. Hold on. My good girlfriend. I'm gonna say her name is. If you in the Houston area, I know y'all love a good black nail tech. I love a baby. Let me tell you something. I love a good black nail tech. And this is one of the best black nail techs I've ever went to. Super cool, super down to earth, but she know her shit. Let me tell you something. And you know why? Her number one indicator was she had a hater. She home based now. She used to work in the shop. That lady, her name on Instagram. Hold on, let me find it for y'all. I should have been ready. Forgive me, y'all. Is I am Black Pearl Nails. I am Black Pearl Nails with a Z at the end, Nika. That's her on Instagram. Check out her work. She does amazing nails. If you're in the Houston area, she originally from Indiana, though. Shout out Indianapolis. She came down here to Houston.
I am Black Pearl Nails.
Yeah, I am. I'm Black Pearl Nails.
I am.
Yeah,
the letter N.
Black Pearl Nails. Yes. Small business buzz. So support her. I know prom shit coming up. Support her. She does amazing nail, y'all. All type of shit. She used to always make me, because I'm real plain Jane when it comes to my nails. She'd be like, try this. I'd be like, she a Taurus, so she bossy, you know. Yeah, but she used to make me try stuff on my nails, and I used to love it.
Tauruses.
That was for the Tauruses, for sure.
We love all y'all, though. Are we ready to get?
Yeah.
Are we?
Thank y'all for dropping. We gonna feature a business each week. I post. If you haven't dropped your business, drop your business. We want to for small business buzz. We want to feature. We want men. I want everybody to be on. Everybody got a multi-million-dollar company, so we want to feature somebody every week. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I hope this helped y'all.
Bye. I pray it will. It did. It helped me, so I know it's gonna help y'all too. Y'all have a good next 2 weeks. See y'all in 2 weeks. Bye.
Oh, should we tell them the next episode?
Yes, let's talk about it. We already dabbed into it a little bit. We might as well. We're gonna talk about what?
Anxiety. Woo, shit. Anxiety. We gonna talk about it.
We gonna be all right.
All right. We love y'all guys. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for supporting Auntie OG. We love y'all.
Peace out.